When the Northern Echo was first published from here on January the 1st, 1870, this building was just an old bootlace and shoe thread factory. And it wasn't for 40 years before they got round to thinking about building a fitting office for a regional newspaper on this corner. But then the First World War broke out, and so construction took them 4 years. The building was formally opened on September the 13th, 1917 by Arnold Rowntree, the director of the newspaper, who was a Liberal MP and a member of the famous Quaker chocolatier family from York. He was ceremonially presented with a large silver key by the editor of the Northern Echo, a chap called Luther Wolstenholme, and Mr. Rowntree was then tried to open the grand doors at the corner of the building, only to find that his ceremonial key wouldn't work because the doors only opened from the inside. Having got through the door, Mr. Rowntree had a tour of the printing palace, including the enormous press that was once in this hall, and then the great and the good of the area, adjourned to the King's Head Hotel just around the way there for a feast and to toast the success of the newspaper. They got to sign this book, and we still have all of their signatures in that. And then, before they could start their starters for the meal, they had to pose for a photographer who took a picture of them all, and then he dashed back to the offices, went into the darkroom and printed up 100 or so prints, and then dashed back to the hotel and distributed those prints to the guests before they could even start their desserts. In those pre-selfie days, they thought this was a photographic marvel. Now this building has been purchased by Darlington Council with the help of the Towns Fund to help it find a new future.
The Towns Fund is a government initiative that's linked to the Levelling Up agenda. Northern Echo building is part of the strategy for the town centre, Victoria Road up to the mainline station, and it is also up Northgate, up to the new Head of Steam, the new Railway Museum at the Head of Steam.
And I'm regularly asked by people in the street what's going to happen to this wonderful archive, a cornucopia of Darlington's history.
They will be safe. I mean, the council may own the building, but as far as we are concerned, these are the property of the Northern Echo. So we will work with you to make sure that they stay safe and be usable for the future. Developing and regeneration of a town is difficult. The will is certainly there, the political will and the senior management will and the town board will.
And so it does feel as if there are really exciting times ahead as we steam towards the bicentenary of the railway.